There. See, now I wasn't even streaming my video, I guess. So let me, because I want to put a link in the chat room to see if the video is out there. And that's why it's recording. I don't want to record. Again, anybody who's out there in the chat room, I appreciate your patience while Easy plays around. And again, Royals, I apologize for kicking off your show here. Plays around. Oh, I got to mute that. Again, Royals, I apologize for kicking off your show here. There, that's muted. And now, copy, go to the chat room, paste, and Lenny's site, enter. I now just put a YouTube link in there on the show. I'm on a, which now shows maybe me. Maybe me and my logo, which I've learned here recently how to try to do. I'm on the Lenny's thing there. I got that going. I got the chat room. I got like 9 things going on. And I think now I can kill YouTube, Twitter. What I'm hoping to do someday is make the video a little a big part of the show. So now I can do a few different things. Like, for instance, I can, let me go back to the Lenny's chat room. I now can have me and me in the chat room. Royals, if you have time. Okay, you hear it twice. I think I just muted it though, so tell me if that muted, because like I said, I now see myself and hear myself. Like I said, that's why I'm glad you're out there, because some of this I can't test by myself. But now you should see like a bunch of logos of the website, or I'm pretty sure I can. So my goal was to maybe even have me up there. Still hear both. All right. Give me a second here and see where video would become our audio. I got that one turned off. And right now you're just going to see me. Oh, let me mute that. I'm trying to mute everything I have, because like I said, my goal was to have my head and me on there and the chat room at the same time. And audio, no audio. Well, I appreciate that it looks good. I can also, I can hit a button and now do it. Now it should just look like I'm, you know, like there's snow behind me, which I think should pop up there in the chat room. I don't know. I know, Royals, maybe if you can test for me in the link on Lenny's site, because you're probably listening to me through Lenny's audio player, and then also then the YouTube player that's in the actual stream. So go to the YouTube stream and just hit the mute button and see if that works. If you got time, if you understand what I'm saying, on the, in Lenny's website, the actual YouTube stream, you might need to go in there and mute that. I'm just curious. Maybe I'll figure out how to do it automatically so you guys don't have audio on both. But if you're listening to me both with the YouTube stream and Lenny's player, you're going to get both. Because I had to turn off Lenny's player. Oh, hold on. Cha-Cha's in the chat in my YouTube thing. Great. Go to Lenny's chat so I can keep you there right at the moment. Because I don't know. I got like 14 things going on right now, Cha-Cha. I'm not sure if I can even bring up home player. So you do have echo also. So is that okay? And Royals is saying that worked. He turned the mute off on the YouTube player. Right. I think the best is to mute the YouTube player in Lenny's chat room, but keep the audio on Lenny's player. Cha-Cha, let me know if that works. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do see now. Okay, I did finally bring up my YouTube channel too, so I got that. Guys, again, I appreciate the help here. Like I said, these things are hard. I did that and it works. Okay, so the key is the player in Lenny's site has to be muted, so you can still see the video. And see, maybe I'll talk to Andrea. It might be if you go to my actual website, or my room at Lenny. That's the key. I want to make sure that my people are able to hear me in the chat room, but visually see also. There will be a little bit of a delay, I'm guessing. But I'm assuming right now you guys just see the snow in the background. Because again, I think that's based on what I see. That's what you guys should see. And like I said, if not, I'd appreciate it. Because like I said, I now have the ability to switch back. Yeah, that's true. Thanks, Cha-Cha. Where if I switch it this way, now you should be able to see my little head and the chat room at the same time. Closed YouTube and chat is better now as well. Closed. Okay. All right. So yeah, as long as you can see me, I mean, obviously, if you're just in Lenny's room and you just want to listen, that's fine. Most of the time, I'll be doing my normal podcast, so there's no reason that would matter. But my goal is, hopefully, once we're doing, if I get video going too, I can have the chat room open, and you can still visually see me. And you can see me and see the chat room would be a goal. Then the other goal is that. So a little head is better than none. Right. Thank you. Right. A little head is better than none. I can adjust the size of my head. That's something I've not been able to do before, Cha-Cha. But now I can. Like I said, I can have a little head and be in the chat room. Like I said, I can now just do a quick backdrop. Now it should just look, just like I have a random backdrop in the back. No video, no snow. Just a backdrop. Again, I know I am live on YouTube also, so people out there at YouTube, any crazy people who would even try to turn this on and watch, this is educational only for me. It's a test to see if I can, do anything. So, all right. So yes, Cha-Cha's now saying that yeah, he's got it's license plates, Cha-Cha. You're old enough to remember those. Young kids don't know. Which is a funny thing, I guess. Might as well try to, not that I'm going to do a show that's entertaining and all, but I mean, it is amazing. Cha-Cha, did you grow up, I know maybe in New York, I don't know, around here in the Midwest, everyone had garages and hung up their old license plates. I don't know if people remember that every year we got new license plates. Every year. And now, I've had the same license plate now for about 12, 15 years. You just get a damn little sticker. It's still fun to watch movies or old shows or even new shows where they're going back in time, and they'll go in a garage or a basement and you'll see everyone's old plates. I find that funny. So, but that is something my kids don't even have a clue what those things are. I mean, they know the license plates are on a car, but I think they're assuming how that guy owns so many cars. And, they don't realize that it wasn't how many cars you owned back in the day. It was how many, how many you just got a new plate every year, different color, everything changed. It was kind of cool. Now I'm in the chat room, have your YouTube windows open in the corner, and it sounds great. Okay. Hey, Royals, that's good to know. And again, I'll talk to Andrew to figure out the best way to do, because I do think I'm the only idiot on this that's doing video. I just like it. Even though I'm looking at myself right now, normally I'm listening to Chris or people on the round table, and I like the visual. Me and Chris used to do the show on Skype, and video was a pain. Now we can, just looking at him on the screen, I'm talking to somebody. It's so much easier. Like Kevin, your shows, you guys who do shows by yourself, I have tried, and I've just recorded them. And they're terrible. Easy needs to bounce things off of people. That's why just even starting this, right. I know, Chachi. Everyone wants to do a square table because I do the other one. So, it makes it kind of fun, but it's nice to at least, again, you can't count on the chat room here. I've told other podcasters, we have a good chat room. It's pretty active, but, you cannot come without some preparation of a show topic, just in case there's no one in there or no one supporting us at the time, but then there's other times it's full and the chat room could keep you active for an hour. But like I said, if you come hoping for that, then you can't. All right. See, I'm going to go back now to where now I should just have the chat room back up and a little head. So that's good. I also, not that anybody would care, I'm going to see how this works. You guys can let me know. I can also do a web. When I do I'm going to go back to my logo. So that's just my Fantasy Fan logo, and that's that. I'm going to switch. Over. I'm trying something else. Patient, guys. I'm curious if I'm able to bring in, and I don't know sound-wise what you're going to get, but I'd be curious now. Easy plays a little poker online. I've been taking it up a little bit. I know you do rarely have a topic, Cha-Cha, but I enjoy it. But you're always on it. Cha-Cha's smart. Cha-Cha comes on after someone else does a show, and he's already got a little bit of an audience. That helps Cha-Cha. You know what? Unfortunately, I come on at 10 o'clock at night, where who the hell knows if there's anyone going to be on or in. So it's a lot harder. Sometimes, I can't expect it. So now I'm just curious if you see, like I said, I just wanted to see if I bring up I got 3 people. Okay, you're right. After Lenny's show, that chat room does drop pretty drastically, pretty quickly. I do notice that. But hey, I always hang around for you, Cha-Cha. Now, when you come on the middle afternoons now, based on work, I'm not always prepared. So that makes it harder. Are you guys, I'd be curious now if you're seeing my poker screen. Are you seeing me that way? Because I also then want to switch and see if I can bring up a Twitter screen. Everyone goes to the crapper. That is working. I see poker. Here. So you do hear the audio also? Does the audio from the poker interfere with the audio you hear from my voice? I would like to know that. If it does, then I'll have to figure out. I can just mute it, I'm sure, or whatever. Or turn it down. Again, it's... I'm sure I can figure that out here. But no, it's just in the background. Okay, not too loud. Yeah, that's true, Lenny. That's true, Cha-Cha, when Lenny's done. There is a little BS that some of us have to get rid of. you know. So that's fine. All right. So now I know if, hey, I don't know. I would have no idea. I would sit and watch Cha Cha play poker maybe, but I'm a poker guy. I don't know if anyone cares if I get on and play cards. I know it's popular on the Twitch channels. I do watch a lot of online poker, a lot of people playing because I'm an addicted person from this game from years back. And I've just kind of, my kids have all left the house pretty much now, so I have more time on my hands. So when I'm not podcasting or buying podcast equipment, I spend a little time now going back. Hit on 17, I dare you. Okay, 17, that's a different game, Cha-Cha. I'm sorry. That's blackjack, and I suck at blackjack. I actually suck at everything. People make fun. I'm not a gambler. I'm not a person who plays table games, blackjack, craps, any of that stuff. I don't like playing games where I don't feel I can study or advance my odds, where poker and fantasy sports, I feel that's something I can study. I don't consider that gambling like, casino gambling. So I feel, like I said, I feel that poker, there's luck in poker and fantasy, but both I can be prepared. I can learn, I can study, I can take advantage. Where blackjack and all that, there's there's just house odds, roulette, all that kind of stuff. I just, again, when people say you don't gamble, and they'll go, you gamble all the time on sports, or you gamble all the time. Yeah, that's a little different. So, Cha-Cha getting out of bed to gamble now. I agree. That's good. But I limit my gambling to just things I think I can get a little edge on. That's all. I just, like I said, table games, board games, and I'll do random sports betting against people who I think don't know what they're doing, obviously, because I think I have a little more knowledge there. But against regular sports people, like I said, I don't have, I don't study sports gambling enough to know the odds and some of that. So some of that I stay away with a little bit. But you know what? I do have fun playing cards, poker. Again, I don't know how to play. I don't know how to play blackjack. I don't have. A lot of people ask me. They'll ask me to come over and play euchre. They pressure you play cards. Come play some euchre. I'm like, I don't. I know the game. I know how to play euchre, but when you play euchre against people who know how to play euchre and they know the strategy, all that, they'll kill you. They'll get. They're not happy with you when you do the wrong shit. They're not. The whole thing. Going to what are you doing tomorrow at a huge storm coming tomorrow? Right. We were supposed to have it today. I'm giving on taking the train from the Bronx and driving to Madison Square Garden for a concert. I got you. That's not fun gambling. Right. You're gambling with your life. I know. Can't catch a break. All right. I couldn't catch any cards there. Thanks, Cha-Cha. I don't know if that's what you're talking about or not. But that's all right. Like I said, I've just taken up the sport again. I played 10 or 12 years ago, the big online boom. I played a ton. I mean, we don't even want to talk about how much I played. It was ridiculous. And I've just slowly been getting down on it. What are you going to see? A comedy show in bad weather, huh? All right. Well, I mean, be careful. We were supposed to get a lot of snow here, and instead we're getting a lot of rain. The temperature kicked up just a hair more than I think they were expecting. So, we're getting rain, and it's supposed to be cold tomorrow. All right, I'm going to fold, leave, and I'm out of that. One more thing I guess I'm testing. Now, the next thing I was hoping to maybe bring to the chat room, especially, but kind of requires video, and that's, back to when you don't have topics, things to do. You know who this guy is. Sebastian Maniscalco? I don't even know how to pronounce it. So based on the name, it doesn't sound familiar. Let me Google. Unfortunately, those are the kind of things, some of these comedians, there's so many comedian shows or comedies, however you want to say that, on YouTube and all that, that I'll go, oh, I know just who that is. I gotta say, I'm assuming he's Italian from the from looking him up. But see, okay, wait a minute. See, that's something new now, Cha-Cha. Let me. So now you guys can now see me. So right, that's kind of the point of hooking all this crap up, is that now. Let me see now. So I can now bring him up. Now, I'm going to hit a video of his now. I'm assuming now that thing is, you
had to decide how you're going to get here.
I'll be curious if you one hear this, and or two, or if you hear,
you want me to drive?
or if you hear echo. Let me know. Because now I should be able to play video in the chat room while I'm chatting.
Probably try and get like, well, you think we're going to get like a stretch or something like that?
Yes, it's great. Yes, like you can see the video, hear both, no echo. Hey, that's great. So back to when I'm doing a sports show now, I think now I can pull up video clips. I don't know copyright what that means, but
what is it?
Again, I've been playing with this now for about 3 days. I'm getting excited that I'm getting close. Now I'm assuming. See here, fantastic. Okay, all right. Hearing me is fantastic. I'll be quiet. Let the comedian go here for a second. Hold on.
Some guy in a Ford Festiva. Groceries in the back. Baby seat next to you. With a baby. Loose popcorn on the floor. What's going on back here, guy? Are you on an errand? What is this? Uber Black, that's another one, people. That's a better. You might get a sedan, an SUV. You ever get into that guy's car? He's so proud of his candy. As soon as you get in, I got candy if you want. I got it in the. I got gum, Jolly Rancher. I got iPhone 3, 4, 5, 6 charge. I got iPhone 9. It's not out, but I have if you need it. What?
All right.
These are weird.
So I'm assuming you all could hear the video as long as I'm shutting up. So if I do things, you'll be able to hear those. And he does look like somebody that would be on Seinfeld. He's a New Yorker. Yeah, I'll have to ask her about copyright. I know I watch other shows on YouTube where they show highlights, and hey, I'm assuming they got maybe a few more listeners than I have, and they're doing it, and then obviously some of the bigger shows have it too. So I don't know what the copyright are, and I don't know because I'm on YouTube and showing a YouTube video. It sure seems like that would be fairly legit. So. That's like I said, makes it kind of nice that I'll have options. I hope. Like I said, I'll have to practice more and get better at switching back and forth, because there now should just be right back in the chat room where Cha-Cha, where so if someone is watching me on YouTube, and I would recommend anyone come to the come to chat room. I try to tell people in the YouTube chat room to come to LennyMelnickFantasySports.com. And be in that chat room. But if you are now just listening to video, you can at least follow along with the chat, right on the screen, it looks like. So that makes it kind of nice. Like I said, I don't even know if anybody gives a shit that I can do any of this stuff. But I find it kind of fun. Cha-Cha makes fun of my equipment all the time. I'm a gadget guy, and these kind of things give me a reason to try and buy new gadgets. And then I'll pull my hair out for a week and a half. Some of this stuff I had already, but I tried it one time and just gave up quickly. Right. She loves all my old equipment. I don't think she likes the new equipment. Old equipment. But no, so a lot of this I had, some of the software and some of that stuff, and and I just kind of played with it quickly, and then went, no one cares about video. Then when me and Chris months back started doing the YouTube, we got more listeners quickly on YouTube than some of the other outlets. So, we kind of did that, and I thought, well, there's got to be a way to maybe make it better. And now that Andrea's allowing me to tie it into the chat room, I think that's an advantage. Royals, the answer to the, how much equipment would I need? Well, it just kind of depends on what you have. I'm a gadget guy, so I've pieced a lot together to make this happen. The green screen kits now are fairly inexpensive. I'm assuming in Hawaii you can still order from Amazon Prime. I don't know how that even works. You even watch any of my shit Lenny, back I did. Now I have to admit, I bookmarked it because I had to ask you the actual name, and I watched about 10 minutes of it. Not that that's saying anything good or bad about what when I found it, I was in the middle at work and doing some stuff, so I bookmarked it in my YouTube thing. It was put together with rubber bands and Scotch tape, and that's fine. Me and Chris' first couple shows were that way. We literally were. I was using a laptop. I think he was using an iPhone on our first few shows a year ago, and we quickly. I quickly, and this was, like I said, Lenny put it in my head a long time ago when I was on. Twice I was on Donkey Teeth and the other Razzball guys show, and Lenny contacted me and said, hey, you sound really good. Why don't you try something of your own? And I just wasn't prepared, or I'm one of those people that didn't want to do it unless I thought I could do it well. Then I found this, Chris character, which actually it's funny because I found Chris because a good friend of mine brews beer, and he said, hey, a buddy that brews beer with me wants to do a podcast, but he also plays poker, and he also does fantasy football. And me and him, me and Chris hooked up pretty quickly. And then I realized, wait, he writes for 4 for 4, and some of that stuff. And I thought, man, he's a lot smarter than me. But we did it, and he always said the same thing. He just always wanted to do a podcast about fantasy. So we, kind of hooked up. But the first couple shows we did a year ago was beer shows on home brewing. Chris home brews a lot. I've home brewed on and off. And then our, friend of ours owns a home brew store. So, that's kind of how we first started. But it was just pretty basic stuff. I realized quickly that my knowledge and my skill was minimal, especially compared to Chris. So if I was going to make this work, I was going to have to make it work with, sounds, meaning I just felt that I had to sound a lot better for people to listen, because I'm that way. On a podcast, I don't care how bad you sound. If you have really good information, I'm listening to you. If your sound is great and your information's minimal, but you're entertaining, I'm more likely to stay attached. And I felt that was a category I had to try to fall in, where your quality of sound, your entertainment, your energy was high enough that maybe some people will stick. So not saying that's working or not. Me and Chris, we have some listeners, and obviously the Lenny's followers help. So you do have Amazon Prime, so that's fine. I know these green screen kits, which is what I have up behind me. And the nice thing is the software was free. It takes a little time to learn. The software is free. The green screen through Amazon, the kits, there's different ones. I'm one of these. I didn't want the cheapest. I didn't want, obviously, there's the high end stuff. So I was kind of, I went, I think you can get them for as low as around $30. Whatever, I bumped a hair more than that. Like I said, I don't ever want the cheapest. I kind of go a bump or two, or high ratings, something like that. So, snow removal in Nebraska. I did snow removal last weekend. I shoveled, we got a lot of snow. I shoveled quite a bit. Cornflakes. Yeah, there's Nebraska. Yeah, Nebraska's, now that they're in the Big Ten, I make fun of Nebraska all the time. Kevin's been everywhere, it sounds like. Hawaii, Nebraska. Kevin Kevin's got it up. Okay, I'll go back. See now I'm in a heavy storm. I guess I should wear a jacket. I see if I made that work. I think now my video should show a little bit of, a big major storm. Maybe I should do weather on the 9s now. I could be maybe I could just be a weather person. So I do have the ability to, oh, and now my background went black, so I can go back to my logo. See, I'm just trying too hard. But the biggest thing, Kevin, obviously is having a computer that is powerful enough to run the video, the green screen, your camera. It isn't as expensive as, I think some people would think. You have to have like I said, some kind of a webcam, the green screen, the software is free. There's obviously a little bit of a learning curve. Now, again, I make it harder to explain to people that are trying to do this because I do go through a mixing board. So I have multiple computers sitting here, and I have like Lenny's, the Mixler, my Spreaker. All I use those for is streaming sources. So I come out of the mixer into those laptops, and that's just sending out. So if your wife's already on board and has a good computer, that's half the battle. Like I said, I am running, maybe someone doesn't want to know, I'm running 1, 2, 3, 4 laptops right at the moment, and a tablet. And then I have a old cell phone I use for my soundboard. So again, this is overkill for easy kill. But I find it easier to do one thing on smaller computers than to have one big beefy computer to run 3 or 4 things at once, because that way I can focus. If there's a problem, I know it's here or there. And just helps me. And again, people on YouTube, anyone who's listening to this or thinking this is just a test. This is Easy Kill on the Lenny Milnick FantasySports.com, where I'm testing some video software and some stuff out there. If again, this is not educational. This is nothing. I'm just kind of chatting. I think you guys helped me with everything I've already played with today. Obviously, I can make the chat room come up. I can make my logo pop up. I can have a little head while I'm on. I'm a moron and made tons of video. Right, Cha-Cha. I could probably copy and paste that as mine also. It isn't as hard to do. It's just a matter of, like I said, I think the key to me would be, at least on the video end, having a computer that's fairly capable. Like I said, the 2 machines that I have to my left, they're older laptops, obviously pretty inexpensive, if you find people have used ones. And Cha-Cha, I know a lot of people do just use their phones. The problem, again, and I'll have my phone up during the show for other things, especially during the football season. Like with me and Lou, I keep my phone on for my, to keep me up with sit, start, or active, non-active, things like that. So even when I'm doing a show on Sundays, so that makes it nice. Laptop, right? Anyone could start with just a laptop camera, obviously, and hell, a laptop mic. Now, again, the issue I have with that a little bit, Cha-Cha, I get it. You can start with that. My issue would be, if that's what you're going to start with, you can start with basic equipment, but you got to come with high-end material, I feel, especially for fantasy or sports. Because like I said, I have listened to horrible audio to get really good information, meaning, hey, Lenny sounds awesome, so I don't want to go there. But I would listen to Lenny if he was, less quality of audio, because the knowledge he gives me for baseball is hard to beat. Yeah, camera. I'm the same way. I set everything to 720p. So I buy the webcam I have. It was a little bit cheaper than, a lot of people want 1080p because it's fantasy and sports video. I didn't feel 1080p or 4K or any of that. So I prefer the 720p because the quality to me is fine for fantasy and sports talk. But at the same time, I'm streaming less bandwidth by having a 720p. So again, anybody wants to pop in the chat room, tell me that's bullshit logic. That's fine. Yes, I listened to Lenny in the toilet of the hotels when they were traveling last year, so he couldn't wake up Andrea. So I agree. I have been there and done that. The last thing, Cha-Cha, do you by any chance, I'm assuming, do you have Skype? The last thing I need to test, I don't know if I don't even know how close I am. I think I have this set up where I can take a Skype call. If one of you is willing to send me a Skype call, I'll answer it and see if I can make it work. If either one of you have that option, let me know. I think I have my if one of you have Skype and okay, it's not a number, obviously. My Skype is just my Gmail account, which is I'll type it. It's just a fantasy fan at gmail.com. Just a fantasy fan at gmail.com, and that should ring the Skype. Remember, I'm a moron. Cha-Cha, that's, I'm not going to forget that. Just so you know, Cha-Cha, when you call, I may or may not hear you. I do, like I said, I'm trying to do all this all on one machine with the video and all that. And then I have to figure out if I can even get it posted. And then maybe I'll use, if Kevin, I don't know, Kevin might have left already. If Kevin's out there, I might have him see if he can hear us both if I get it working. So yeah, just a fantasy fan at gmail.com. That's the Skype, which, man, if I make this work, then obviously people can call on Skype and maybe even do Skype and Hangouts at the same time. I really don't know yet. So, Cha-Cha, if you're going to give me a call, go ahead and, I'll try to see if we can make that work. Yeah, get signed in. I know you're a moron. What I'm good with that. I'm gonna go back to the light snow background. There we go. Just because it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy that I'm in the house and all that. I'm not in Hawaii. Kevin, if you're still out there, I am gonna look for a nice Hawaiian sunset to play behind me because you really outshined me the other day on the round table. So I was a little upset that. You had until it got dark, and then all we could see was the light of your camera. I thought that was actually very entertaining. Oh, holy God. Hello? I thought Cha-Cha was calling. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Now, if you don't mind, hang on, and if I hang up on you or something, I'll apologize. Now, I think I have the ability to bring you up and put you in my, like right now, what's nice now is me and you can talk. Now, I don't even know, Cha-Cha, you don't need to call me now because Kevin did. I guess two things. I'd be curious, Cha-Cha, if you hear Kevin at all. And then in a minute, I'm going to think I can, if I learned to do this right 2 nights ago, I think I can get Kevin. Yeah, there. That came up. It said your name. That's half the battle. Now, why don't I see you, though? And a transaction, Kevin's not there. Kevin, you're still on, right? You still hear me?
Yeah, I still hear you. I'm on my phone. I don't see you live. I just see a still shot of you.
Okay, and that's fine.
I don't know.
And I think, and from what I understand from when I was learning to do this, that's the way it would be. You wouldn't see me until I get you on the stream then. But Hastings Kevin, so it did come up and tell me you were the person. Bandwidth, wow. I'm just trying to figure out now how to make it a part of the stream. How's the weather there in Hawaii?
my screen that says you are using a device that could record or broadcast this call.
Which it said that, okay, that's working. But for some reason, though, I'm not getting your picture. Let me, oh, wait, maybe I need to do this. See, again, this is the fun part of learning new software. And you know what? The other thing is now I just noticed, I'm not sure if they can hear me now on my YouTube because it looks like the audio from that has stopped. So I'm wondering if that's because Skype has taken over my audio. I'm going to type something into the chat room. Cha-Cha, can you still hear me? I appreciate you coming on and helping me with this little test. But the video part worked fine while I'm doing a few things. You can see my different overlays and everything.
Once you got it all set up, and I think it was more you did than what I did, because at first I did as you suggested and just went to the YouTube and that got rid of the hearing everything twice. And then when I went back to the chat room, I think you had done something. I completely closed YouTube and I could watch what you were doing in the chat room. But then as Cha-Cha and I and you were all typing, that would scroll up and I had to keep scrolling back and forth. So I opened YouTube back up again and I didn't have that echo. Wasn't hearing anything twice. So I think it was something you did because I went back to the way I had been to start with and everything was fine.
And that's good because obviously I don't want someone to log in and have to do anything. I mean, that would be my goal. Now I can pull up your picture now in I now have you in my little window. I can't get you in my, dang it. And again, this might be something I'll have to work on a little harder as we go. Let me try to do this now. Nope, still not popping you up. I see you in my regular Skype screen, and then I now see you in my Skype setup for this software program. But it is not, and for a minute your picture wasn't popping up there. Now it is. So I see you there. I'm just wondering why it won't. Skype network, allow hardware. All right, I might have to end. Yes, I can hear and see you on YouTube. Okay, so he can see, let me see if, so Cha-Cha, can you see Kevin at all? I'm assuming not based on what I see. I don't think he can. That's crazy because I now have you, Kevin, in every window but the one that says, I have a publish window. And in the publish window, you are nothing. You are, so I don't know if that's a Skype thing or a me thing. What time is it out there?
9:30.
In the morning? All right. I mean, yeah, no shit. I'm sorry. That was stupid. Yes, obviously 9:30 in the morning. That's about, I was done with my eggs and stuff at that time. That transaction takes place. Now the Skype transaction. Let me try one more thing, then I'll, you're there with a black background. Okay, so Cha-Cha's telling me he definitely doesn't see you. And I don't know. Kevin, I'm going to mute your video. I don't know what you'll get on that end. I'm just kind of curious. Oh, so wait a minute. I just did something.
Yep, now I see you from a side view.
Okay, all right. And that I did that because I can't do two cameras when I'm doing Skype and the other thing. So yes, you can, when I'm on Skype, you can only see my side camera, not because my headshot has to be what's for the show. So,
yeah, so I'm seeing.
Right. See, I got, it's my kid just walked in. He thinks I'm crazy that I'm sitting here doing. I'm talking. I say hi to Kevin. He's in Hawaii. It's 9:30. It's nice and sunny.
You can be in Hawaii with the green screen.
I could be in Hawaii. I told Kevin I'm going to get me a sunset screen because the other night he had a nice sunset from Hawaii. What's the temperature there at 9:30 in the morning?
Low 70s on our way to low 80s. It gets there pretty quickly.
Low 80s. I could deal with low 80s today. But I'm not, like I said, unfortunately, anything I do, I cannot get you to pop up on the Skype in that window. So I guess obviously now I'm going to have to do some more research. It's just odd that I have you in the preview screen. So I'm going to try one more thing here. Defaults, okay.
Good. Beautiful.
I just need to find the fake candle somewhere around the house, and then I can put them.
I bet Mommy has one.
Mom doesn't know where they are.
She doesn't. Well, we'll have to find some. Very cool.
She just knows that we have them.
Yes, I know we have some too.
I know where.
Okay, now I don't know if I have two of you or one of you. Is Kevin, are you still there? Cha-Cha, do you hear me?
There you go.
All right, I have you, but I'm not sure now if I still have Kevin. Because now I'm getting echo.
I do.
Now, see, I'm hearing, is that the sound from the website? Or from...
Totally.
Yeah, I think we're getting back... All right. Did you fix something or did something just change? Or I don't have you at all. All right. I think now I have no one on Skype. All right. I'm assuming if either one of you are still in the chat room, I can see you. I'm back. Are you still on Skype, Cha-Cha? Because I don't hear or see anything. I can see your whole room. Okay, that's because you've got the... but if... Can you talk? See, I'm not getting your audio. All right, I'm going to hang up the Skype for right now. Yes, I do have my pants on. Thanks, Cha-Cha. I'm going to shut this part. I'm going to shut the Skype down because obviously
All
I'm
right,
gonna...
Mark.
Oh, who do
Can
I
you
got?
hear me now?
Yeah, there I got you, Cha-Cha.
Hold it. Okay.
But when you do that, obviously, right, whatever you get echo.
Kevin, you there?
No, Kevin, I think's gone now. I think I might have hung him up. See, what I'm doing, I think I can only have one at a time. I haven't figured that out yet.
Hey, we got it. We just don't have. Now it's off. Yeah, that's the way it goes. You only can do one at a time.
Yeah, I'll have to play with that because then I might be able to make Hangouts work again too. I just don't know yet. So, all right, I'm gonna hang up on Skype here.
All right, you can want to hang up on me. That's all right.
I'm gonna hang. Well, yes, I do want to hang up on you. That's something
I don't blame you.
Now I don't know. Is the YouTube? Yes. Okay, the audio is still coming through on YouTube. I'm assuming it's coming through. I don't know. Did I hang up on you? Or are you still there?
This is funny.
I know. Say goodnight.
We got all kinds of things going.
I know, but it won't let me hang up. Oh, maybe it did hang up on you now. Cha-Cha, I think I did. Now I don't know what I did. I had Cha-Cha saying we had all kinds of things going on. Yes, we had echo of echo of echo. Wasn't that a movie, Stir of Echo or something like that? That was... all right. We're going to... Yeah, I did hang up. Thanks, Kevin, if you can listen and if you heard, I appreciate everything you did helping me out. And I think I've learned enough. And yeah, I know. You have a bunch of windows open, maybe. I don't now. I just don't know on the Skype thing. I'm still working. And now none of my audio meters are working. So I don't know what, but I see on YouTube, the audio is still coming through. I'm guessing on your end, you're still getting audio, right? So the combination of something I did, I've screwed up my stuff. So I'm going to have to reset anyway. Hard to believe I spent 52 minutes piddling with this, but you know, let me go back to enough snow in the background. Back to my logo, so I look professional and high quality. Let me. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're getting the audio, even though my audio meters quit working again. I'm sure that's because of all the between Kevin and you and my Skype and whatever. If you're gonna hang one more second here, we might as well kill this at an hour just to piss. That way, at the you know, Andrea will have something to do at 3:00. But I'd be curious. Now I just got a notice it says something Cha-Cha audio, but I don't hear or see you. Did you just try to call me again? But web. See, like here. Also, someday I thought kind of a different show to do is now that I can like bring my Twitter up, which is full of a lot of sports things. I thought it would be kind of neat to bring it up and talk about things that other sports people are doing. So yeah, it looks like that part works. So I think I figured out everything I need to figure out to at least keep going. You left me a message. My Skype sucks on my PC. It works better on my phone. All right, next time when I figure it, I'm going to go read and study up a little bit on how to make the Skype work or whatever, because if I'm going to do this for a round table, I have to be able to do multiple calls. So, but the round table, we do a different video way anyway, so I don't know how important that is, but I'd like to be able, at least on this one, when I'm doing this in an individual show, be able to take a Skype call or something and add somebody in there. So, Cha-Cha, Kevin, I'm going to check out now. Again, killed an hour doing nothing other than testing stuff. So anyone who listened to this, hope you had fun. I don't think it was educational whatsoever, unless watching somebody else fail is fun. So Cha-Cha, Kevin, thanks a lot. Anyone else out in the chat room or anyone else listening, go to LennyMelnickFantasySports.com, the Legend Sports Network. Join us in the chat room and maybe you can help me test next time. Everybody, say goodnight.
This has been Just a Fantasy Fan podcast. And to keep your fantasies going, follow us at justafantasyfan.com.
I'm not sure I'd follow after this one.
Say good night. Good night.
Yeah, good night.